Jake Varner, Iowa State.
Jake, talk about the match and certainly the last takedown there to really secure it and feel good about it.
Craig's a tough guy. We've wrestled a lot. I guess that's why not a lot happens. We know each other pretty well, but I just kept to my game plan. I'd like to score in that first period, but it didn't happen. I got away as soon as I could, like I wanted to, and I scored that front headlock, and that was a big key point in the match. And that last takedown, I knew he had to come after me, and I was ready for it, and I ended up with that last takedown. So.
Jake, what does it mean to finish your cage?
It means a lot. The college season, college wrestling kind of gets stressful. Kind of feel relieved a little bit. It's kind of sad that was my last folk style match, college match of my wrestling career, but it means a lot, especially going undefeated like that.
What is next as you look down the road? What are your immediate plans as far as that goes?
Be trying for the World Olympic gold medal. That's my goal, to win these next 2 World Championships and win the Olympic gold medal in 2012. That's the next goal. That's the next step, and that's what I'm looking forward to now.
Jake, you credit both Cal and Kevin, but could you take us back to last spring or whatever when the change was made, your thought process, what was going on in your head at the time?
It's kind of a surprise when the change was made. I guess not really many people expected it. I kind of thought it was a rumor, but Coach Cal did what he had to do. I'm happy for him. He made the right choice. He made the wrestling better. Kind of wondered what I was going to do since I made that world team, or was in the process of doing that. But I went back and forth from Penn State and Ames with Coach Cal and Coach Jackson, and worked out with them both. I have to have Cal there. He's my coach. He's there at the Worlds with me, and Coach Jackson, he's one of my coaches now too, and I owe a lot to him too. He showed me a different style of wrestling, and I could just add it to my wrestling skills, which is awesome.
Tell us your thoughts about your Iowa State experience. Obviously, as a 4-time finalist, 2-time champion, you've had a great career there, but how's the experience of being on that team and the tradition of that program been for you?
It's been an awesome experience. 5 years goes by fast. I've had a lot of great teammates. The class I came in with, it's been awesome. That's really what made me successful, was the guys that were in my class and that are on my team. I couldn't have done it without them. It's awesome to be part of the rich Iowa State tradition. I do something special for them. But I owe it all to my teammates, really. They're the ones that that pushed me and were there for me when I needed them.
Along the same lines, your career at Iowa State is probably only bested by 2 guys, Dan Gable and Cal. What's it mean to be kind of in their stratosphere? Or can be considered in there?
I guess, I don't know if I was bested by Dan Gable. I got more titles. And I made the finals more times. But to be put in the same sentence as those guys, they're legends in wrestling. Just to be put in the same sentence as Cal is something special. I look up to that guy. That's he's one of my best friends and my mentor. He's my idol, and it's just something awesome to be a part of. And I'm happy that I was fortunate enough to do that. I thank God for that every day. So.
Kel, you were never one to really show a lot of emotion. Not Kel, sorry. Jake, you were never one to show a lot of emotion in your career until really now. Is that something you've had to hold down? You just never wanted to show a lot until now, or?
Those first 2 years that I took second, those were hard. My goals coming into college were going undefeated and win 4 titles. And obviously I didn't do that my freshman year. I lost like 7 times. I still didn't win the title, and that kind of made me work harder. I worked even harder the next year, and I lost again. And all those things that you just kind of think of in the back of your head. You don't dwell on them, but you learn from them. And last year I got it done for the first time. I guess I was a little happier then, but you got to do it again. There's one more year, and going undefeated, that's hard enough in itself to do that, and to do that and win the title. It's kind of, you know, it's over. But it's a sad thing, but happy thing at the same time, I guess.
Have you,
Growing up in Bakersfield, how much did you know about Ames and how much has Ames grown at you?
I don't think I knew that Iowa State was a name until I got recruited there. I knew of Iowa State mostly because of Cale. When I was in high school and younger, you know, Cale. Actually, younger in high school, he was the big thing, and that's how I knew about Iowa State. You know, I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to anything in college wrestling when I was in high school. You know, I kind of worried about focus on my high school career and whatever was the next step. I'd worry about that my senior year. And, you know, and Iowa State came along and it was a perfect opportunity for me.
do you know for your training situation in the future, are you going to stay around Iowa State? Have you made any decisions on where you're going to make your Olympic run?
Yeah, you know, I've got my decision made. It's probably something that I'll let out a little later. But, you know, that's some personal stuff right now. But, you know, I'm going to be bouncing around probably different places, training with Coach Jackson, training with Cale, get some other training in some other places, you know. But right now, that's, yeah, I'm just going to kind of hold that in right now.
Okay.
Any more questions? Okay, thank you.